Hey Cancer, thank you so much for joining me here. Welcome to my channel. If you are first time here, I'm gonna do quick love spread for you and a person on your mind for the mid-March portion. And that's for any Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Any cross watchers are always welcome. Just be mindful that these energies can be flipped. So first thing, I'm gonna pull a few cards for the general energy between you and the person on your mind to see what this connection and the situation is all about. What are you guys dealing with right now? Okay. So let's take a look at what's going on between you and the person on your mind. And we'll go from there. So I feel like you guys are facing a struggle here. I feel like you guys are not ready to release some kind of past history. And, you know, you're at that point in your life where whether you going forward, gaining clarity, moving forward in this connection, this relationship, or are you still holding on to the past? Are you still holding on to this insecurities or things that have been, you know, unknown in your life, you know, or you're moving forward with clarity and with new opportunities here? All right, so I feel like you're in this kind of limbo right now. So let's take a look at how do they truly feel about you, Cancer? How do they truly feel about you? How do they truly feel about you right now? So we have the Hangman. They think that you've gained a lot of clarity here. They think that you have gained a lot of clarity, like you're seeing this relationship from a completely different perspective. I feel like you are being very, you know, maybe there has been some kind of spiritual awakening in here, but they view you as someone who is acting very rational, very calm, collected. It's like nothing is bothering you right now. You see the situation for it is and you're completely fine with that. All right, so how do you truly feel about them? How do you truly feel about them? And we have 10 of Cups. My gosh, you think that you really can end up with them. You see the future with them. I feel like whenever you daydream about your future or things that they may happen in your future, I feel like they're always there. I feel like their presence is always there. So I really do think that you have a lot of emotions towards this person. And maybe gaining this clarity helped you to realize that really holding on to the past and past, you know, insecurities and, you know, past things that happened in your life, it's really not the best way to go. Maybe it's definitely best to just step forward, gain some clarity, and move forward with that energy instead. So let's pull a few more cards on how they feel about you, because the Hangman, I mean, yes, but all right, so we have the Emperor in the reverse position. So Emperor in the reverse position sometimes can signify that they they are maybe a little bit angry at you. Maybe the way you behave with them, maybe the way you are approaching the situation from that kind of very calm and collective standpoint and energy is really bothering them. I feel like they might not understand where you're coming from. I really hope that they're not looking at this as you being passive aggressive in here. So communication is always the key, you guys. If you really do see the future with this person, I would definitely try to communicate very clearly with them. Try to explain your point of view and things like that so that they don't have any questions here. One more card on how they truly feel about you. One more card. How do they truly feel about you? And we have High Priestess. So the High Priestess is something, again, I feel like they really do, they think that you are gaining some kind of very spiritual knowledge here. And I feel like with the High Priestess also, they may feel like this connection is very spiritual. Like, I feel like it almost feels to them like you meant to be together. Um, it's also, you know, they may feel very sensitive towards you. Uh, and I do see that here, you know, they may feel like very sensitive here, or you are being very sensitive in this connection. All right. So let's pull a Hidden Truth Oracle message from them to you to see what's their Hidden Truth Oracle towards you from them. It was my fault, but I blamed you. We have you came closer than anyone. And we also have I can't stop thinking about you. So I feel like it's really hard to pull any kind of information from this person at this point. Whether they're really guarded emotionally and spiritually, but I feel like at the end of the day, they do care about you. They do care of how you view the relationship, of how you approach the relationship. They care about what you're thinking about them. And I feel like it's in some, you know, in some degree, they do realize that they're not perfect. And there may have been a lot of things that they've done that were not right. And they do admit that, even though they might not tell you that, but they do admit that to themselves at least. They do realize that, okay? And with you came closer than anyone, I feel like they haven't had this kind of connection, a spiritual connection, a spiritual bond with someone like this before. So it's definitely making them, I feel like, a little bit not guarded, but it makes them feel a little bit uneasy, like they're not used to that feeling, you know, that strong pull towards somebody. So let's take a look at their future actions towards you, Cancer. What are their future possible actions towards you? Right. So they definitely want to move forward. They want to move forward. It's like, you know, with the world in the reverse position, there is lack of closure here. I feel like they're lacking some kind of information. There is some kind of incompletion in here. So with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like they're definitely, because of that incompletion and a lack of clarity and a lack of closure, I feel like they're definitely trying to move forward and get that closure, get that information that they desire from you. And again, I feel like they are, with the Wheel of Fortune 2 and the Six of Wands, both of these cards can represent success. So I feel like they are feeling like this connection can be very successful as long as you gain some kind of clarity, as long as you gain some kind of closure here, and as long as you move forward instead of repeating that same cycle over and over again, okay? So you really, guys, need to move forward away from the past problems and insecurities. So let's take a look at your possible outcome with this person. What's the possible outcome between Cancer and the person on their mind in this connection, in this situation? Let's take a look at your possible outcome, you guys. All right. So I feel like with the Death card in here, I feel like you guys are going to put that past behind you once and for all. I feel like that's gonna happen. And with the Three of Cups in the upright position, I feel like it is going to be a lot of, you know, happiness and celebration here in the future. I feel like you're really finally gonna come together as a couple. With the King of Swords energy in the reverse position, however, I feel like um, just be careful. I mean, there could be a little bit of the sneaky behavior here. I feel like with the King of Swords in reverse position, sometimes it also can indicate a little bit of a narcissistic behavior from somebody. So just be careful about that. I'm gonna clarify that card. Why do we have King of Swords in the reverse position with everything else being very, positive? It also may clarify that instead of being very logical and rational and very cold-hearted, maybe you guys are gonna drop that energy and come out of it and do something a little bit different this time and be a little bit more giving, a little bit more emotional here. So let's take a look. Let's clarify this King of Swords. And the King of Swords clarifies by lovers, and I love it. So yes, you guys are going to definitely come out of that very logical, head over heart decisions, head over heart thinking, and be a little bit more emotional towards each other. I really do feel like you are going to realize here that this connection may be divinely guided, something that has been like your spirit guides are really leading you on this path here. And I feel like you guys are gonna celebrate a lot of happiness in your life in the future. And with the Death card in the upright position, this is definitely kind of telling me that that past that you have with this person, the unpleasant past, the past that you weren't able to release for some time, I feel like you are finally releasing that and finally getting away from that negative energy. Okay, so let's take a look at some advices from spirit guides for you in this connection and the situation with the person on your mind, Cancer. The first advice that I have for you from spirit guides, from your angels, is a new romantic cycle begins. I'm telling you, you guys are gonna move forward. You're gonna take that, you're gonna renew this connection completely. Okay, one more advice, and we have love and acceptance, and it says love is yours. Recognize your divine worth and choose loving thoughts. So when we are thinking positive, more positive things come our way. If you think love, more love comes your way. So be careful of what you're manifesting. If you want love, think in more loving way, act more loving, and it will come to you. One more advice from spirit guides and from your angels, we have Snake. And it says, be sensitive to your healing abilities towards yourself and others. So spirit guides want you to know that you do have some kind of healing abilities here, that you may be that master manifester, that just anything that you say or think really comes to light in this world. So one last but not least thing that I want you to do is I want you to ask a question to spirit guides. Of course, if you want to, if you have that question to spirit guides or to your angels, if you want the answer, I want you to ask it right now. Concentrate, focus, center yourself. If you need to pause the video, you can always pause the video and I will pull the answer for you. And the answer is absolutely not. All right, you guys, so that's all I have here for you today. Thank you so much for liking this video and subscribing to my channel. You have no idea how much that means for me. I will be going live tonight, a little bit later. I'm not sure what time yet, but I assume around 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Be sure to check that video out. I'm gonna go from Aries to Pisces, all zodiac signs. I will do a cross-watcher read towards the end of that video, so make sure to stay tuned towards the very end. I will do timestamps so you don't have to watch the whole thing, but it's going to be afterlife, obviously. So thank you again so much for liking, subscribing, watching my videos, and I will talk to you later. Bye.